everyone. Earlier this year, I made a presentation here at Hanze exploring a very delicate subject, which is discrimination. And I chose this topic because I wanted to make clear to my audience that we are all the same, and that just because I was the only Latin American in my class, I was not different from anybody there. Yeah. I knew it would not be easy touching such a sensitive issue, so I thought I should go for an original approach, and I found some really good material online to complement my vision. Today I would like to share with you what I learned from my experience and hopefully provide you with some inspiration about dealing with sensitive issues in a creative way. Let me start by showing you the first of the videos that I used. This is a British commercial about a very serious issue of discrimination against people with mental health problems. Please take a look.
Well, you've certainly got the skills, and if you join us, we'll take those to the next level. Is there anything else you think I should know?
Well, I should probably tell you that I have a history of depression, but it's nothing that I...
Oh, good. Excellent. We're 10 floors up here. Is that going to be okay? Obviously, we won't see you next to a window. But honestly, don't worry. We're all a bit mad here.
Really, it's fine. I can cope with everything.
I've actually got a nut allergy. No nuts allowed in the building. Present company accepted, obviously.
This man has a problem, but he and many others like him can get help. For a better understanding of mental health issues, visit direct.gov.uk/mental health.
Now, I thought that the video was brilliant when I used it. It shows us something that we can all relate to, which is facing a new, unfamiliar situation. But instead of being judgmental about our ignorance, they just show us how ridiculously funny it is to pretend we know it all. With this video, I was using without knowing the power of humor when dealing with a sensitive, serious issue. Let's see another example. This one is on preconceived ideas about people with disabilities.
Up until 2 weeks ago, I always said, it will never happen to me. But today, look at me. Listen to me. Now I speak English fluently.
So this time it's about playing with our assumptions. If the first thing we see is a disability, most of us would assume that when this character talks about his dreams, they all relate to the ability to walk. But why? Why can it not be to learn English? Now, when it comes to your audience, laughter is good because it relaxes them, it makes them more open to new information, in a better, they just have a better disposition for new information. And humor can also help take the bad connotation of a dreadful word such as discrimination and can allow us to laugh at ourselves and our sometimes incoherent behavior. But you will also need content, well-grounded and to the point. After all, you're not just in it for the laughs. You want to reach people, to cause a reaction in them, to get them to analyze their own behavior and hopefully take some valuable information home. Valuable information such as how discrimination, for instance, in the broadest sense of the word, means understanding the difference between choices, between options. And this basically comes down to the fact that we do this all the time in our everyday life, every time we make a decision, every time we have to choose an alternative over the other, which means that we discriminate pretty much all the time in our everyday life. Useful information or valuable information could also be how all of us always look to group in circles of people with something in common, to feel included, to feel like we belong in there, and to identify with these groups. But that by closing in the circles, then we immediately create them, which is the rest of the world, everyone that got left outside the circle. And this separation, this division, creates distance, and it's in this distance that most of the time assumptions, misconceptions, and the consequent conflicts arise.
Black History Month you find ridiculous.
Why? You're going to relegate my history to a month? Oh, come on. What do you do with yours? Which month is Black History Month? Well, come on.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Okay, which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh, why not? Do you want one?
No.
No, all right, I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How are we going to get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man. And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I know you as Mike Wallace, you know me as Morgan Freeman.
Well, I'm not sure if you guys got to hear the whole video, but it's basically an interview in which Morgan Freeman expresses his opinion on Black History Month. And he says he doesn't like it because it creates a division, it creates a separation in what should be just American history. So I think that even when the subject is that serious as this one, with creativity, one can still find the humor in it. Like in this incoherence. We expect to get rid of inequalities by granting certain groups special treatment, which in reality is just completely absurd. If you state such paradoxes in a humorous and non-confrontational way, then you might provide a safe environment in which your audience can analyze their own behavior without fearing repercussions. And now moving on to the closing statement. I knew I had to be daring because the closing statement is what most people remember of the presentation. So I did exactly what I just said before. I analyzed my own behavior, my beliefs, and then my conclusion just hit me that I had it all wrong from the very beginning. We are not the same, but quite the opposite. I'm not the same as any of my classmates, no matter where they come from. I'm not even the same as my sister. She is a TV actress, and I'm terrified of even phone cameras. So why would I be the same as to any other Peruvian or South American? If we think about it, we're not even the same person we were yesterday. So how could we all be alike when we're always growing in different directions, moving and changing? That is exactly the reason why we cannot group people into categories. You know, even though it would be so simple, it just doesn't work that way. We are all different. And it's our equal right to be our own different self. So while I make a little adjustment in my initial presentation, I would like to thank you for your attention.